Here's our new GM flex plate, and there is the part number is 126-54640. If you're like me, you might be wondering, can you install it backwards? In other words, there's a depression here, and so it's not the same to install it, one way versus flipped 180. So is it possible to install it the wrong way? With the recessed part facing out that way, this is what happens. The body is up in contact with the engine. This part is not in contact with the crankshaft. So the answer is no, you cannot install it the wrong way. This is the right way with the recessed part towards the engine. There's an alignment hole that you can see in right there. Here is the torque converter that we're going to use. It is a GM 178-04017. We're going to check and make sure that the flex plate will bolt up to it. Okay, so at the same time I can see that bolt hole, and that bolt hole. It's going to bolt up just fine. When you order a GM transmission installation kit, this is what you get. A bag with part number 1156-9956. And it comes with the 6 bolts to attach the flex plate to the LS engine. It's kind of cool. It says 6.2 liters there. GM stamped in. Here's the casting number, or it's cast in. It's a 1262-1766 block. And, I don't know, the other thing I'm noticing is there's like green marks on every bolt head. I don't know what that really means. Probably means they checked to make sure they were the right torque. On this head we've got 82L, 82 right there, 82 right there, written, I guess that's like a grease pencil. And there's the manufacturing plate for the engine. It was built January 28, 2021, and the serial number is 0000000028. It's serial number 28. And it was made on the 28th day of 2021. Now Dylan's putting on the flex plate. And now Dylan's putting in the 6 flex plate bolts. 74 foot-pounds apiece. We're good. This is our 4L70E transmission from Jags. Okay. All right, we're doing the required pre-filling of the torque converter with a quart of ATF. Our instructions recommended Dexron 2. Dexron 2 is not even commonly available anymore. Chevrolet, for this same exact transmission, recommends Dexron 6. The Jags instructions went out of their way to say non-synthetic, so I got some non-synthetic Dexron ATF. Instructions said to add a quart of ATF to the torque converter. We couldn't actually squeeze that much in. Now Dylan's going to pre-lubricate a bunch of the wear surfaces of the torque converter and the input splines of the transmission and the front seal of the transmission, all in an attempt to make everything slide together smoothly and without hurting anything. If you look down past the seal, about maybe 1.5 inches, there's a couple of rectangular tabs, and they will be for these 2 notches on the torque converter. In other words, the torque converter is not fully seated until the 2 tabs that are down there past the seal are sitting fully in these 2 notches. Then the torque converter is in all the way, and you have to keep it in all the way while you're mating the transmission to the engine. Now Dylan is installing the torque converter. As you slide the torque converter in, you will feel 3 different stops or points at which it just won't go any further. Then you have to twist it and wiggle it until it goes to the next one. After 3 of those, you're done. You're feeling for that. There. See that?
Yep.
It was kind of like, how many levels were there, would you say?
I mean, it felt like 3 to me.
Like there was 3 different levels. That's 3 different sets of splines engaging, including the final 2 tabs that we talked about already.
Right.
Now that is an inch and an eighth. We knew the torque converter was in all the way by measuring 1 1/8 inches as shown here. Okay. I think it's going to be hard to get it close enough, but we may be able to get it close enough. Hold on.
Roger.
And then,
Ready?
yeah.
All right, I think it's on my side.
With the transmission sort of wrestled into place, we were free to go ahead and start installing our bell housing to engine bolts. As always, it is very good practice to start your bolts by hand so that they don't get cross-threaded. Do you have any more holes?
I have a hole here, but it's not threaded.
No, that's intentional. That's just a LS difference versus the old Chevy 350. These bolts are part number 11515768. 37 pound-feet of torque.
Yes, 37 pound-feet of torque.
37 foot-pounds of torque.
That's the same thing.
This is how we're going to lift our LS engine. We are selecting a bolt hole here on top of this head. Basically the same exact bolt hole on the back of this head. No worries here with the chain hitting anything. I am worried about the chain hitting right here, and I'm going to be standing here keeping a super close eye on it as we do this. Oh, it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. How often is that?
Never.
He wants to be free. Lift me free of this crate.
Roger that.
Okay, we're about to attach the torque converter to the flex plate. These are the bolts that are in our transmission installation kit. Part number is 11589040, and they come one per bag. There's 3 of them in the kit. Okay, so you're rotating the torque converter by hand until you get the mounting hole in the torque converter lined up with the mounting hole in the flex plate, and then you're putting in the mounting bolt.
All right, let's rotate to the next hole.
Oi. Alright, how's that?
Yeah, I think that's good. All right.
It starts out easy.
Here's the hole.
Yeah, I see. How's that?
It's good. I can do that.
It starts out easy and then it gets harder. Now Dylan's hand starting a flex plate to torque converter bolt. The crank bolt that I'm getting on both to turn it and to resist you is 24 millimeter. There's a little space right here, and this piece of plastic somehow is going to cover that. And the AC Delco part number is 242-61713. They supply these bolts, 1 per bag, just a little bolt. Part number 125-60226.
All right, this is what we get.
Is this how all new GMs are with LS3s? I mean,
I don't know.
it's so surprising to me that they would just have, I mean, you can see there's a little air gap